So I'm going to start the two doggies boys. I think Bonds a must pick. I think Parrish, definitely starting Parrish. There's not a team where I don't have.
I haven't, and I'm not fully locked in my team yet, but you could get English and get Errol somehow. But that would mean you'd probably have to fade Bond, I assume, if you want to get all these mid prices. But he looked excellent. And who's going to do all the work on that team? Tank a game for team success. You know, maybe take the best opponent.
Yeah.
Clayton comes back. You know, he'll put his body on the line.
All right, good day, lads. Welcome back to the One Eye Pod. We're back. It's the exact same night, but we're back and we're doing it again.
We're just addicts.
I'm about halfway through this whole bottle of wine right now. We're about to get there.
I'll have some water.
Time to lock in.
All right. Let's get into it.
We'll talk about the most faded players. You were telling us about.
We can.
Do you want to jump into that, or you just want to jump straight into our teams?
No, we can talk about faded players. Oh, I guess the first one would be definitely. Well, as we mentioned before on the previous pod, Davies Uniacke is an easy fade. Everyone was going him, and he had just a shit house. Absolutely disastrous preseason. So I guess he was everyone was picking him, and now nobody's picking him. So I guess that is definitely a category for most faded players. The other one that comes to mind is definitely Sam Flanders. I mean, what has happened to this guy? I'm trying to get the DFS up. But I'm pretty sure he had 65% TOG, or I'm just grabbing it up. Bear with me for 1 second.
You're right. Take your time, mate. Take your time. There we go. I've just got the league code up. Take your time, mate. I'm an editing machine. I can just cut this stuff out.
Yeah. So Flanders, 16 touches, 83% time on ground. I can't see what the CBAs were, but I've heard they were down. The prices are down. He was everybody's F1.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's a Mr. Fix-It man. It does look like that.
Really?
And even Budrick had more points than Nelly had more points than him.
See, I'm the opposite. I think Flanders will come good.
I think he'll come good, but he'll be exactly like last year, where I faded him for Sheasel last year, and I was so thankful of it. But
I started him.
You started him, yeah. So you would have been hurt.
Yeah,
you would have been hurt. But you look at all the players that, like, 33 touches for Miller, 28. Even you look down to Real, 16. So that Real had a downish game, but Flanders had 83. I wish they had speed maps on here, or not speed maps, heat maps, to really see where he played. But it looks like the role isn't as much as we'd hoped, which would mean that, we would have to fade. Another one was big. Everyone was big on Budrick, or we call him Buddy Rick. I think I saw probably 11 minutes into the first quarter, I was going, okay, I don't know why everyone was hyping this bloke up, but you got me, pals. Yeah. You got me. Maybe it was just a sick joke, getting someone interested in a Supercoach player at D5.
Well, without Will Powell, he looked really good. Like he looked phenomenal. He's just like his role is just gone. And it's crazy how much role is AFL. Like AFL is just about role. And if you have a good role, then you'll be a good player.
Yeah. But Will Powell is an absolute jet. I love Will Powell. Like he is just
one of the most underrated players in Gold Coast.
I heard Touk Miller saying that on an interview or something. He's like, name one player that, like, not many people know about, but you rate him internally or something like that. And he's just like Will Powell. He's phenomenal. So, I mean, Flanders is a definite fade. I mean,
Do you want me
Is
to
there
add
any?
one?
Huh? What did you
Do you
say?
want me to add one?
Yeah. Yeah. Feel free.
I think a massive fade this year from everyone is gonna be Chera, Adam Chera. We spoke about him just literally last podcast.
Yeah.
I
I
think that
mean,
nothing has
fading.
changed. He's going to be that player. Go.
Yeah. So I was talking about players maybe that they're within teams, but it could be applied for people that are just getting ignored flat out
Yeah,
just
just
because.
blatantly
Yeah,
ignored.
exactly. I agree. I like him, but he did slow down a bit last year. I can get it up, but
I got it right here.
he had a phenomenal he had a
So he
phenomenal
went
mid-season.
100, 75, 89, 89. Then he went 106, 144, 133, 132, and 80, 108, 96. Then he went a 129, 132, 127, 130, 111. I said 111. And then he went 77 and then got injured. Did not play. 104, then did not play, 94.
If you picked him,
Hmm.
like he's a massive pod, would you be okay with it?
No.
Yeah.
I think there's
See?
better options, but I think that
Yeah.
there's no reason to fade him.
Well,
Like
around his price
he
is
should be in the
Brayshaw.
same conversation that Caleb Sarong has.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like Caleb Sarong is kind of the same kind of player, and there's not the same chat, but Caleb Sarong is a bit more consistent, obviously. But
Yeah. And Sarong
yeah,
also he had about 30 touches in the preseason game, but he's still getting a little bit like he's not getting picked as often as the others are. But yeah, it's I think even well, if you're saying that we're ignoring a player, even Zach Merritt, why the hell are people ignoring him?
yeah, I agree.
But there's just too many options.
And do we know what their own percentage is on these players? Like, if
Yeah,
we were
if
a
you
good
trade
podcast, we would
if you
have
go
the.
to it, if you go to trade them out,
I got,
which I can.
I got it here. I got it here. I got it here. Zach Merritt is very low owned. He is 7.1%.
Yeah. So you just wait.
So more people have Locke Rollinson from West Coast.
Yeah, but he's a rookie.
That's more
It's a
people
bit
have
different.
him in their side. I don't
Well,
even
but
know who that guy is.
7%. That's a bit much, isn't it?
But yeah, go.
Even English. All right, let's just put English there. He's been faded because Grundy's so good. I just think he's just so good.
I agree as well. I think everyone's gone to value of Grundy.
Yeah.
But I think English is deservedly in the same conversation as Bontempelli.
Exactly. And he's an easy VCC. Like the amount of times we've had VC on him, and most of the time, well, it pisses me off. Last year, it pissed me off so much because you go one, the other guy's good, but it's still 130 versus 160 difference. But
yeah, exactly.
Nobody's picking him like at all, and I get
13% ownership right now.
Oh, that's a lot higher than I thought. I've seen a few teams with Bont and English in the team, which I think is just you literally
tough.
That is tough going. But if there's a will, there's a way.
I did that last year though.
Yep.
Not that, but I started with the two highest players. Yeah, 2 700Ks.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. I reckon we could get into our teams and make it a quick one.
Yeah.
Do
you want to start?
Yeah, I can give it a start, but to just give everyone context, I've changed my team about thousands. I've got thousands of screenshots. And my internet's playing up, so I reckon I can only give you one team, but I can sort of describe the other team that I'm thinking about, but I'll just share it. And I mean, I'm a risky cat, so you know, I'm gonna take a punt if I can take a punt, but I can easily substitute this great man out. But this is the team.
All right, let's have a look. What do
All
you got
right.
here, mate?
So I've got $0 in the bank. And this is probably why
It
I
is.
like this.
That is. I've
Can you
never seen anyone with $0 in the bank.
And this is what I did it for the title, $0 in the bank. So this could be your title for
The title of the video.
$0 in the bank. I mean, the backline's pretty stock standard. I wouldn't mind changing Caulfield to Toby Pink maybe, or um, getting Gibkiss, but I can't with $0. But
See,
yeah, you go.
You've faded Billings.
Yes, I have. But I faded him to um, Windsor, and then I've got Oliver in there.
Clayton Oliver. I think that having Clayton Oliver, and this is why I like the Clary pick, that if you structure your team around Clary right now,
Yeah,
and he goes off in round 0, which I reckon he will, it's you. This is the team. Like, you know what I mean? There's no
yeah,
need to swap anything. Like, this is it. But
yeah,
let's just say he goes terribly
yeah.
in round 0. Well, then you can just pivot. You can be like, okay, I'm going to go to Butters. I'm going to go to LD. You know what I
Or
mean? I'm going to
or
go to
if
Dawson.
or if Billings goes well as
Hmm.
well. Yeah, I think it's all right. I just think it's a little bit of risk. $0 team. But I
That's
like
what
all
you
the
want to do,
picks,
mate.
and I
Zero
think I can
dollars.
fade. I think I can fade Billings, but I'm not going to be happy about it. But only time will tell. And I hopefully he pumps out a 60, and then because we all were on Tanner Bruin and Flanders, and it completely shit the bed. So I
Yeah.
mean, I love Hustwaite. I think he's a good player that will stay in the team. The only person that I would love in this team is Riley Bonner. Um, so that
Yeah.
may mean that I have to get rid of Clary for, and that's not even worth it as well. Like I could maybe try and get out Oliver and I don't know if it'll work, but maybe Oliver and Windsor out for Bonner and I don't know Crouch. Maybe that'll work. Quick maths. But
Yeah.
would you just
You
rather
also
that
have to
option?
remember that over. Nah, I kind of like what you've got here. I think you have to also got to remember that over half of the well, little bit of nearly half of the competition has faded Dacos and
Yeah,
has faded this 4 premium backline that me and you are both leaning towards.
yeah,
Um, a lot of people have faded that and are just not starting Dacos.
yeah,
So we have Dacos. You have Dacos there. You've
yeah,
now got Bontempelli. You've now got Clayton Oliver. You've got Max Gorn. Like, the only person who you're really missing is Tim English, really.
yeah, yeah. Fuck, I need him. I need all of them.
Good to catch them all.
Yeah. But other than that, I think I'll have a go. I'll send you my second team and see what you think. But I
I
think
like it.
this is the best one. And we got your Sharp, you got your Windsor. It's not like I'm totally stuffed with a non-playing rookie.
Hmm.
Would you have Hustwaite or Dow or Bonner over any Hustwaite, Bonner, or
I thought about the
Dow?
Huswaite and Dow. I haven't really looked into Bonner's game. I'd have to watch fucking St
Yeah,
Kilda versus whoever. St Kilda
285 he is
versus
though.
Kangaroos for the 5th time. Yeah, I thought that Huswaite and Dow were very similar players, and Huswaite was cheaper.
Yeah, and that's it. I think this
But
this
that
works.
burnt me last time. Remember the last time we went for the cheaper player? It was Samson Ryan and JVR, and that didn't work, did it?
Yeah, yeah, but it's a bit
So
different.
it could be worth paying up for Dow, but yeah.
Other than that, I don't.
Um, would,
Do you have credit? Oh, well, we'll get on to
do,
your
you want me,
team.
do you want me to show you my team?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. What do you think about
All right.
Crouch while we're loading?
I think you got to get rid of your sharing screen, by the way, so I can share mine. I think that I'm going to put in Crouch. He's not in my team right now, but I'm going to put him in. So this is my team. I think that I'm going to stick with this.
Oh, I love it. I had Bont and Libba. I had Bont and Libba in there. I love it.
Basically, same back line, but I've just gone Bont Libba, and there still be a Crouch. I think I'll change it now for you after what we just spoke about.
And you don't have so all this hype about LDU that you're giving the whole podcast and wasting everyone's time on. You've faded him as well.
So I can speak about why I faded him. LDU is going to go 150, 140, 120. He can do those numbers. He can also get injured. Tom Liberatore can very easily put up similar numbers. And he's just a workhorse. He does it. He does it week in. He does it week out. I want him. I want that type of player in my team. It's a safe option to go for. Right now, for me, Butters could get injured. There's an injury concern 100%. Around him. I don't want that as a player that I want to just start. I'm not going to pay 600 plus for a player that could get injured. I don't want to do the same for LDU, who is a player who could get injured that nobody else is going to start as well, because now I'm just going to be left in the dust. I will start Tom Liberatore, who's an absolute pig in the middle and just gets the footy and gets consistent points. And he just does it. I know he's old. I know but he's getting better with age.
I completely agree.
Match, he looked so good.
I've loved every time I've pulled out Bontempelli, I've pulled in Liberatore. I think he's bloody amazing. Like, the only thing is, well, his only injuries were getting knocked out, weren't they, last year? And it was only a couple of times.
It was the only reason.
I love the pick. I reckon, and he got 130 or something last week, or whenever Saturday or whenever it was.
So I'm going to start the two doggies boys. I think Bont's a must pick. I think Parrish, I'm definitely starting Parrish. There's not a team where I don't have him in there. Nick Martin's the same. Crouch right now is the only player who's swapping in and out for Wine, Steele, Crouch. But in saying all that hype about Liberatore, one of the main reasons why he's there, if Clary goes nuts, this is Clayton Oliver. I'm 100% swapping in Clayton Oliver into there.
And
if round zero Clary goes nuts, he's going there.
We're talking about faded players, but fucking Petrarca is not getting a look in. Like, it's pretty crazy.
It's because he's bye. I would give him a look in if he wasn't getting.
Same
if
thing.
His bye wasn't there.
Same thing with Clayton. It's the same argument with
No,
Clayton.
but Clary's a beast. I just love Clary.
So do I. I want him to come good. I really want him to come good, and apparently he smoked it in the preseason game. And the VFL game.
Oh, in the preseason game. Oh yeah.
The VFL. Yeah. But they're saying no, he's ready, mate. He's ready.
He just reminds me of Dane Swan in a way.
Yeah. He's acting like him, as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm starting Billings. I really love how this team is. Like, I've got Windsor, I've got Hustwaite. My bench looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And my forward line, I love my forward line. I think
Billings.
I'm pretty set with this. There's only two players who I'm swapping out. It's Libba and Crouch are the only two players that would come in and out at the moment. And obviously Zach Williams. But that's about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, I guess. I feel like everyone has that forward line, maybe just bar one of the big three mid-prices. But I like the team. But I'm pretty sure without Bont, I would have maybe had like a similar midfield, essentially. Just Butters or whoever within there. But I just find it interesting that everyone's forgetting about Goulden and Petrarca, where Goulden can easily pop off, I think.
Well, nobody's forgetting about Goulden. Have you seen this? Look at this. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Go here. All coaches. Mate, nobody's forgetting about Goulden. 39.7% owned.
Gee whiz.
He's a highly owned player. Nearly one of the highest midfielders owned. In front of them in the midfield, premiums, you have Bontempelli and then him. He's the second highest owned midfielder.
Right. I think maybe just we talk a lot and we don't really consider him, but I guess we've already touched on this multiple times, so there's no need to repeat it, but he looks like he could win a Brownlow. So
yeah. And then who's the second highest owned midfielder after him? Tom Green. These are all players with a buy. I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going through people's head. Do they think that Goulden's going to outperform the amount of
some
money
of these
that
teams,
he's going to lose, like the points he's going to learn?
Some of these teams probably get developed and then not touched again. Do you agree? Yeah.
No, I've seen his ownership slowly rise. Like it's gone up quite significantly since his practice match game, as it should.
Yeah.
But like nearly half the competition has Goulden in their team. Is he a player that now we're not having, and now we're shooting ourselves in the foot because we don't have him? Like exactly what we were talking about.
Probably. But time can only tell, can't it? I mean, I fucking love him as a player. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna. I'll say it now on the pod. You can hold me to this. I don't think I'll start Errol unless Errol goes 150 plus in the practice match on round 0. I don't think I can fit him into my team. I mean, to be able to fit Errol into this, which I really love, I don't think there's a way where I can sacrifice players.
Yeah.
Unless it's Bont. But I'm not getting rid of Bont.
No, you can't get rid of him, can you? He's just too essential. This is what I mean. Like
who do you, yeah.
Well, you can just afford a Bonner or more of a mid pricer. I can't talk now because we've been podcasting for days. But Butters, that 635 Sarong, and then you can try and just find more value and maybe get a Wines, get a Bonner, or just get more value from somewhere. But is it really worth it? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I'm super happy with just consistent scores from Libba, consistent scores from Parrish and Bontempelli, and then turn a Matt Crouch into a Uber Primo, and you know what I mean.
Would you rather Dawson or Libba?
It's a flip of the coin. I think that they're gonna. I think Libba. I just like Libba. I just like him. I think it's just a biased opinion.
I'm actually scared because I've just done a few changes and the midfield looks exactly like.
Do you have Libba in?
Yeah, no.
Show us what you've done. Show us what you've done.
I don't want to do it.
Go on,
mate. My computer's carking it.
Well, who'd you put in?
I did I've put Grundy in. Just bear with me because my computer's literally shitting itself.
So who'd you have? You had Grundy in.
I had Grundy in, but I got rid of. I could fit. I just downgraded Oliver to Libba, and it was literally the same midfield. I'm pretty sure. Hang on.
Yeah, it is. That's when you said to me, "Oh, like, what do you think of this?" I'm like, "Our team is the exact same." The only difference is you had
I'm really keen.
Clary
What do you
in
think
and
about Ollie
LU,
Wines?
and I had Libba and Crouch.
Ollie Wines?
Like I said last podcast, I honestly don't watch Port Adelaide games, and it's probably going to shoot me in the foot, but I don't really watch the games. I tried to watch their game, and I got really bored, and I just stopped watching last night. And I just saw that he had a big game, and I wasn't going to sit there and watch a midfielder just get fucking heaps of handballs. So I was just like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't.
It's a weird year. It's a weird year because you never really know who's going to kick on.
I kind of just want it to start so I can just see.
So do I, but we gotta wait.
Yeah,
we gotta wait.
Yeah.
I mean, we can look at Touk. Touk could be a good pick, but he's got that round 5 bias, same as Goulden.
I'm going straight for Touk. Like, can I fit him in here now? Can I go like this?
You could.
What's this? 540? Is that?
I think he's 560.
No, it's not. 545. That would be like downgrading Lazario to like Cadman. Fit it in Touk. That's
downgrade
insane.
I'd downgrade to Cadman. Windsor, yeah. Surely.
Put him to Cadman. That is such a good
call. I've had a look at that as well. I have. I've had a look at everybody.
Just as I was saying, well, this is, like I was saying, this is my one spot, which is just up for grabs right now.
Yeah, and I just don't think it can be still. I don't think it can be still. I can't be sold on still anymore. Even if he pops off, I might actually be a bit annoyed. But fuck it. I just don't love the pick.
I hate watching. I don't reckon he's a good football. I reckon he's a good football player. He's not a good football player to watch. He's not like a Windsor who's like electric. Flashy. He's not like a Dacos. You know what I mean?
He's pretty bulky.
He's not flashy. He's just he's not even like an inside pig like Clary. He's just handballs and tackles people. Like just do something
like
else.
Yo, but just not injured all the time. No, that's completely different.
But that's actually not a bad idea. I don't mind the Touk Miller, because we're gonna wrap it up soon. But let's just gonna quickly for old time's sake go to, what is it, 5? How much have I got? About 545. Let's go 450. So these are the players that we're looking at: Jai Newcomb, Touk Miller.
I would easily go Newcomb.
These are players that can come into this team. Jai Newcomb, Touk Miller.
Brad Crouch is injured too.
Jordan De Goey, Jack Steele, Hugh McCluggage.
Like bad buy.
Yeah, no, bad buy. These are big names that can come in though. Matt Crouch down here at 490k. But like, the price doesn't matter because there's no other people that are coming in and out. You know what I mean? So going lower doesn't really matter to me. It's kind of just like Jai Newcomb, Touk Miller, Jack Steele, Crouch, and Wines. Who do you want in your team? Carl Amine can go in. Yeah. Don't do it to him. I'm pretty set on I think I'm just gonna run Matt Crouch. Yeah, to my Spotify listeners, I'm just trying to put Lazaro up here, but it's just not working. Hey, it sucks. Honestly, sort your fucking shit out. All right. Last but not least, lads, it's been a really long night for us. We're gonna wrap it up here, but last week we were talking about how we're going to be doing a multi-league. So the league is going to start from, how do I zoom in here? The league is going to start from round 0. So no. We'll clarify. Actually, yeah, it will start round 1 because I'm just trying to work out when we can start doing multis. So in round 1, it's going to start. Join the league. Tell your mates before round 1. In our podcast, we'll do a round 0 podcast. And in that round 0 podcast, Will and I will develop, or hopefully before, we'll develop a multi, which will be our multi of the week. Now, whoever in this league here gets the highest score for round 1 will be on that multi. If that multi gets up, you get all the winnings. We'll transfer it straight to you, straight to your bank account, come straight to you. Tell all your mates, get in there. And then maybe we'll have a big prize. We'll try to work it out. Maybe a prize for the person who finishes top of this league. Or should I'm just going to throw this out there. Should we also have just a normal league as well? And we'll have a prize to the person who wins the normal league.
I mean, it depends how many numbers we get.
All right, I'm going to quickly watch this. I'm going to create 20-team league. I'm going to start right now. League name, One-Eyed Pod. Lol. One-Eyed Pod. Sweet. What's this mean? Total points or percentage? What do I do? Let's go total points. I don't know what that means.
Well, it just
percentage
overall. Total points makes sense because that's overall rank. It's up to you.
Yeah, total points. 20 teams. So the first 20 people in here create my private league. One-Eyed Pod. I'm going to give you both these things now. So to join our private league, we're going to have a prize at the end consisting of some dollar amounts. It'll be some whatever dollars to the winner of this. We're going to be in this league as well. First 20 people to join this league and be in the first ever One-Eyed Pod league. I'm going to put both of these. Yeah, I'm going to put both of these up. If there's a lot of people who want to join, I'll make another one, and then we'll have prizes for that one as well. But the one you want to get in is the unlimited one, multi-league. If the multi gets up, you're going to win the money. Let's get it, lads. I'll put both of these up on TikTok. I'll put them both up on wherever you want, YouTube and everything. Get in the league codes. Let it rip. Do you have anything to add, Crooks, before we start?
No, nothing. Just like and subscribe and give us a follow, and please, boys, just get us popular because we're coming, lads. We're coming for the Supercoach throne.
Coming. We're the fastest growing pod in Supercoach, I reckon.
On TikTok.
It's inevitable. In TikTok, it's inevitable. The Spotify is popping off as well. We're going up in weekly listeners. So thanks all for listening.
How many?
Yeah, weekly listeners on Spotify. I can tell you right now. Last one was about 15. I checked. Was this last weekly one?
We're
going up in listeners.
It's better than 2.
We started with 2, 1, and the 2 was me and Crooks, and now we're up to about 15. It's coming through, mate. We've nearly gained a go.
Well, it doesn't even include our YouTube listeners, so maybe we've got a community that we don't know about.
Exactly. We grown nearly 100 followers on TikTok in less than a week, so it's about to fucking lift off. All right, lads. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in round 0 review next Monday.
We'll probably post our final teams on Twitter. Oh no, but it won't even be needed, will it? Because we got round 0. to wait for.
Round zero, yeah. Round
So
zero.
our
We'll do
final
our final
teams
teams
will not
round
be
zero.
locked in. So you're going to see so many changes. It's
No.
not funny.
Hey, and guess what? I know I said we'd sign off before, but the final teams don't hold us. We're not going to do it. Okay. If you see my team today, say today is Monday, and we're like, oh yeah, this is what my team's going to be for next week.
In 1 hour, we change
no
it.
Fucking way that it will be that team. It will be changed. If I tell you LDU is the best player in the world, there's no fucking way I'm starting him. If I tell you that I'm starting Tom Liberatore, there's about a 5% chance that next week is in my team.
Oh, surely gives
he's in my
Libba
team.
some credit. The only person that is not leaving my team is DP3, baby. He's gonna be a gun.
DP3, baby. DP3. Let's quickly before we sign off, let me just quickly check his own percentage so we can.
It'd be up and
this.
away.
It's a DP3 own percentage. Oh, not that one. We want to go all coaches. I think he's down here. There we go. 5.9%. Oh, look at these two pods I've got here as my main midfielders.
Riley Bonner's there as well, 5%. Ooh.
Bang, look at this.
All right.
5.9%. Let's rip it.
See you, everyone. Have a lovely rest of the week.